What have we done?
Greatness.
Ooh, there's lightning out there. That's when we have much spark right now.
Whoa.
Okay, well, we are about to embark. This is dumb. Alright guys, we are out here in front of Archway Motorcycle Salvage, and this is a gigantic salvage yard full of vintage bikes, and it's unfortunately closing down. Seth and I thought it'd be a great opportunity here to do a challenge, so we have 48 hours starting right now. And in 48 hours we have to go source a couple bikes, get them running, and we want to ride them 100 miles to go get ice cream. So let's get to work. This is not going to be easy. Now, Archway Salvage has been here for over 35 years in the St. Louis area, and this building is absolutely full with a lot of Japanese bikes and some Harley parts, as you will see. And their primary business was selling online, along with allowing people inside to shop and pull parts off of bikes, that kind of thing. And this is the very last day that we were open, and we were the very last people in the building until they shut the door. So we're very thankful for the opportunity to shoot a video here and take a bit extra time that we needed. The owners were very hospitable, so I just want to say thank you as we get going.
Make sure you highlight the thing above the door. Watch your head.
So I have come here multiple times in the past and bought some parts, and it is vast. This is just one floor. I think there's collectively 3 floors, you know, and there's a lot of stuff here. So we're gonna dig in, figure out what we want to find, and get to it. I think for this, what I want to focus on is simplicity. Me, I like air-cooled Hondas, so I want to look for something air-cooled, minimal cylinders, something I'm familiar with points and drum brakes. So, how about you? What are you gonna look for?
For simplicity's sake, probably just the same thing. Something air-cooled, drum brakes, relatively easy to get up and going, something that's not going to cause a lot of issues trying to ride a sketchy bike 100 miles. So I think just a good little air-cooled Honda of some sort.
All right, we'll keep with Hondas. All right, let's go find them. There's a Seth right there. All right. And we're off. Absolutely insane. Bunch of fenders. What are we gonna do? What we got here? Oh, that's cool. All of the side covers. This is all Suzuki stuff. Those might be handy. Cool. Look at all these cranks. Wow. KZ 1300. here? There's a little 350 tank. Maybe like a 250 or 175 or something.
Hey, BJ. Over here. You know those Nighthawks we were talking about?
Okay.
There's one here.
Ooh, missing the alternator
Unfortunately.
and other stuff.
Found one.
Found one. Yeah, it's got a front wheel, no tires, no rear wheel. Back again. Okay, well we need to find our bikes. Yeah. Air cooled would be simple. So we're familiar with Hondas. A little VT500. Air cooled Hondas, that's our thing. It's pretty dark in here.
Should have brought a flashlight. Here's another 350F.
I know I'd love one. Here's like 500, 550, 360, 750.
450 would be kind of sweet.
CB200, no carbs. 450. 500, 550. This one has carbs, but man, these are all just carcasses. 500, 550, 450, 68.
Yeah, that's older gen. That's pretty rad.
That one has carbs and at least a front wheel.
And a nice rack.
Yeah. And a kickstart.
That may not be a terrible option.
Does it rotate? Nope.
Take a little.
175, 360, 360T, 360. Man.
Ooh. Nice. Bunch of yammies. ZX1000. That's pretty sweet. Kind of hard to get around without an engine though.
Ooh. GN 400s. You guys saw that Bob I built? You know, it'd be a nice little Magneto single. It's a 350. Both wheels. Carbs. That's 450. Duh. That's a 350. Both wheels. Kickstart. Carbs. Oh my God. That has compression. Pipes. Hey Seth, we might have a contender.
Uh-huh.
Both wheels,
Ooh, I like wheels.
some pipes, both carbs, and it's not locked up.
I like it.
I said we go for it.
Secure the cargo.
Secure the, what's this? Happened here. How are we gonna do this? I'd say we get this fender out of the way, we'll dig her out.
Handlebars would be convenient. I guess you don't need them. Steer with my knees.
Let's try to go back. Let's go this way. Wow. It's got stator cover. Has the advancer, but no points plate, which sucks.
Sure we can source more.
Bar clamps, no bars. Just 14,000 miles on it. Looks brand new.
Basically. Looks like it rolled off the showroom.
We need bars.
Bars would be nice.
We need bars. Can't push it without bars. There's some bars in the 750 or... These aren't bad. I don't know, you gotta pick your comfort level here, you know?
Oh, we're going that far into it.
Maybe. I mean, look at these guys.
There's a lot of things I would rather do than subject myself to those.
I kind of like these. Here, you handle the bars. I'm gonna get back to looking.
Yep. Oh. There's one.
Camera, please.
I mean, you brought me here from Indiana.
Okay. 750s. There's so none of them have like kickstarts though, which is the problem. I need to be able to see if they roll over.
Rotating assembly is questionable.
Gold wings. Another 750. There's a set of bars. There's just so much stuff. Oh, what have we here? There's a 360 bars. We've got one header. Ooh. The end of the cam is broke off. Like, it spins, but there's no points plate or anything, but it has carbs, it has both wheels. Ooh. I remember that one. 550 rolling chassis. CB200. Oh boy, that one's... We might have something here. Okay. I think I've located my bike. Seth, you seem to have located yours, or at least whatever.
Yeah.
So, get a set of bars on that. I think I'm going to go for the CB360 that's way in the back here. It's not locked up. It has a majority of parts, but it needs a cam and a header. So, another 360 over there had the advance unit, or the points plate, which I need. So, hold on to that. I need to find another 360 though, to maybe rob the cam out of. So, gotta figure this out. This is tough.
All 350s, CB350s, CB450s, and there's probably a couple of 500s sprinkled in.
Say hi.
Hello.
I was trying to locate.
Like, I need to two is big. Also, additionally, I love cars.
Are you recording?
I'm just following you with the camera app.
So, there's a few people here. They saw my video, and that's why they're here. I kind of screwed myself.
Whoops.
That's a rare one.
You gonna get it?
VF1000. You need an engine to get running. One year only. Seth, you need help?
Huh?
You need help?
Probably. I think it's either in gear or the drum's locked.
Oh, there's no shifter on it.
There's not.
Oh no!
It's unfortunate.
Oh no! Okay. There's no need to panic, guys. There's no need to panic. Okay, you know what? We just gotta make a decision. There's no fucking bar riser. Damn it. It'd be super sweet if we had an exhaust and a bar riser in here somewhere. Okay. A bike. Redding into dirt. This goes against everything I do.
Builds your immune system.
Got a chain on it though. It's in neutral. That's lucky. Alright. Spin move. Yeah. Problem solved. Okay. I need exhaust.
Exhaust, a seat,
Another bike.
a gas tank.
This might be a good parts candidate. It's got the cam and the cylinder head. I mean, I can't tell if it's locked up or not, but
It's a park bike, it doesn't matter, right?
well, if I need engine parts,
Oh.
but it could still be the best candidate. Oh, and it's got a drum brake front wheel, which is cool. So I think I need this one. You know, that bike over there, it's got hydraulic. And who knows, if this one's not locked up, it might be the better one to use. But I feel like we might have a winner. I do really need exhaust. Another 360. This one's got a kickstart. Okay, so here, this is one 360. Just pulled the kickstart lever off of it. And this bike, it's all sealed. It has plugs in it, but there's no kickstart. So I'm hoping it's not locked up. Maybe she's in gear. No? Okay.
Well, the chain's not on this rocket either.
You know what? This is still a better candidate. We got wheels. We have an entire top end.
Might as well.
I think this is our better option still. So let's just go for it. Okay. We'll drag this thing out.
Careful behind you, there's a one that sticks out there.
Oh, he scratched it.
How do we feel about that one?
I'm feeling good about that one. I could still use that as a backup. Soak the cylinders when we get home.
We are grabbing a parts bike.
All right, this is the fork leg. I mean hammer.
Here's your hammer.
Hammer. What?
Front wheels. Oh, maybe not.
What are we grabbing now?
Handlebars. I'm tired of pushing bikes without handlebars.
For whose bike?
Seth's, but realistically just to make our life a little easier in this moment. Oh, here's a set of bars that are already off the bike.
Well, these are, I just put so much effort.
There, what?
It's a 350 tank. Oh,
You know,
it's just like my first one.
I mean, we know that one will fit yours.
Yeah.
It's in good shape.
Looks good from this side. Not so good from that side. And it was red.
And it's
I like it.
So we are furiously looking for a gas tank.
Right, this one's got cotton on it. And a cap.
Might be a winner.
It might fit. Oh, look at this. It's got like some like lacy design in there.
That's cool.
Plus two. So you want to
Let's see. Does it fit?
That's my parts bike.
Yeah.
This is my main bike. Okay.
You have too many bikes, you can't keep it straight. Oh.
It fits enough.
Okay.
We got a tank.
Okay, cool. We got a tank.
We got a tank.
Seats. Those are downstairs.
Oh, that is dangerous.
Whoa.
That oil right there.
I almost died, dude.
110/90/18. That's an option.
There's this guy.
And on this fairing. That would be a good one
Yeah,
to get.
that's the one I was eyeballing.
Yeah, just grab that. Yep, I lost control. Shove it down there?
Give it a push.
Good job, BJ.
I'm
Good job.
helpful.
You're very helpful.
Okay, here we go.
So as we take this really cool elevator ride down to unload these bikes, I just want to give a shout out to the guy in front of you. This is Sam, and he and his family have been coming in from out of state to help with the business kind of shutting down and whatnot. You can see this guy in a bunch of clips helping move customer bikes, probably putting in 40,000 steps a day and just making us all look weak. So I just wanted to give a special shout out to him and his family for being very accommodating, very kind, and very fair in their dealings. They were just very helpful, and I can't thank them enough.
Found this 360 here, and it just happens to have a left side header. What more could a guy ask for? An extension. That's what he could ask for.
We didn't bring a flat blade or something, did we?
We don't think that far ahead.
Oh, okay. Shifter is on.
We have sharp rock. Like that.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Awesome.
Oh, that's crunchy.
Yummy.
That is awesome. And then another shifter. And I think I'll have everything I need. We wanted a 350F, but man,
You have a little partner in crime you want to be in the sidecar with you.
I mean, I do. She's got 3 legs and hops around. I call her tripod.
perfect sidecar partner.
I need to get her some goggles.
Yeah.
Oh, some goggles.
What's going on,
End it up
Seth?
with.
Oh. Shifter. I need shifter. Shifter won't come off bike. No shifter, no fun. So
No wheeze.
can't go wee without shifter.
Can't go wee without shifter, that's fair. Tell us why you're here.
I saw the video about that you guys put up saying that you were doing a bike bill off, and in the video you indirectly mentioned Z1300s, and I like weird engine configurations in bikes, and have apparently a problem of hoarding, and so now
I don't know what he's talking about.
Right. And so now I'm going to work on restoring what should not be a beginner bike as a beginner. And it'll be great, and absolutely nothing will go wrong.
You'll do great. And where are you from? Where's home?
Indianapolis.
And you drove here just for this.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
awesome.
So you mentioned earlier there was a guy who was going to come from Milwaukee there to buy some stuff.
Yeah, he's outside.
So it was a race basically. I
I beat him here, but apparently he had called in ahead of time and was just like, I'll take all the Z1300 stuff. So we've reached something. I'm going to take whatever he doesn't take. Hopefully we can have a functional bike. I mean, the frames and the front forks and everything, not really there, but it was.
This is one of them.
Right.
Okay. What do I got? Huh. I might actually have a front brake. My cable's not seized.
That's a miracle.
That's nice.
Since when do you ever have a front brake on any bike?
Not often, actually. That's probably not an issue. Crusty. No freaking way. I doubt this is gonna turn, but I have an ignition. How about that?
You guys, are you gonna have like turn signals? If that mirror's broken, are you gonna have mirrors? Or are you just gonna take all that back? Right?
Mirrors? Those are against our religion.
It was in the past.
Yeah, we only go forward on these bikes.
Hey, Seth, talk to me.
Advancer there.
For it to be functional, it's close. I need ignition stuff, a shifter, of course. Fuel tank cap would be nice. I'd like to not spontaneously combust, but
That's fair.
you know, can't be too picky, I guess. Really, that's about it. So, not too bad.
Cool looking bike.
I agree.
There's another 550 for the whole thing on.
There's the 350 engine.
Like kids in a candy store.
All right, so here's what we're coming away with. I grabbed some BMW Airhead parts from my friend, and then my bike is either going to be this CL 360 or this CB 360. Unbelievably, they had a title for this one. Seth is going to be doing this CL 350, titled frame as well. Holy crap. And then I egged them on and we got a parts bike just because, just trying to play it safe here. So
drum brakes, 19 inch. Otherwise, all the wheels are 18s. So our biggest disadvantage right now is we don't have ignition stuff for yours. So it's missing the points plate. We did rob a points plate. And then, I mean, who knows? I grabbed this one out of a bucket. Who knows if that'll fit? You know, we can compare it to the other plate. So, needless to say, though, that would have the parts we need. So I've got a bunch of stuff at the shop. We are going to just figure it out. Rolled into gear, out of gear. Whoa! Oh, I thought you were gonna stop on the shifter. I'm like, no!
No, it's bent up.
EJ, tell me how you're feeling.
I'm feeling pretty good right now because I'm out in the breeze. It's getting hot.
Fresh air.
Yes. Rained a little bit on us, but that's okay.
I mean, we could use a little bit of rinsing off.
Oh yeah. The rain felt good.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Good job.
Yeah.
Way to go, boys.
There you go.
I want to go around front. With the van loaded up, we were officially done at Archway Motorcycle Salvage, and it was time to do the 45-minute drive back to the shop with AC set on full blast. A lot of sounds.
Bad noises.
So now it's time to get these things unloaded and let the real work begin, and this is not going to be easy. What have we done?
Greatness. Perfect.
All right, give us a rundown. What bikes are what bikes have titles, that kind of thing.
Well, that one, and surprisingly that one. All three have titles, believe it or not.
So this is Seth's parts bike. CB or CL?
That one is a B. No, it is an L. CL350. Really just grabbed it for another engine donor.
This is the main one. He's going to get going.
My trusty steed. It's got a luggage rack and a mini sissy bar, so it's basically guaranteed to be successful.
I mean,
so.
and look at mine.
Yeah, his is way cooler actually.
Custom fabrication. These are just meant to go on road trips. So, I mean,
So we take them down to Florida.
we nailed it, I think. You know, look at this. I got his wife found a CB360 seat even for me. So like, we're solid. We're solid. All right. This thing has an exposed plug hole. Yeah, that tube's gone.
Non-existent.
One,
You guys roll it back down.
two,
It's like a reef.
it's gotta be the back wheel.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh, get up there. It's the slickness that's the problem right now. All right, so Seth here opened up his seat, and here.
There we
I don't know about any structure, but yeah. But a cool bonus.
Check
The
that out.
owner's manual. Oh, it's got notes on it. Tires, Bridgestone, something. Oh, you broke it.
Oh, I
immediately.
broke it.
Can't have nice things. Okay, what is your game plan starting out for this thing?
I'm gonna get some good old penetrating fluid into those cylinders, just to have things nice, happy, and lubricated. And let that sit for a hot minute, and probably go through the carburetors after that.
Yeah, I've already got the ultrasonic cleaner heating up because we're obviously gonna have to use it. So
You need to figure out ignition stuff.
yeah, we really need to work on ignition. So we might harvest stuff off parts bikes, who knows? But yeah, the carbs. I mean, I can't. Let's see where they're at. Ugh.
A little rough.
Little seized.
Pile of rust and debris underneath this thing.
I worry about those intake manifolds just like mine. Luckily, mine was actually stored. The choke's closed, so that meant nothing is really going to get inside of it. I do have a throttle. I've never actually. Let's see. It's trying.
Is it?
Well, this is debatable, you know. But I think my first order of business, I'm still torn on what engine to use here. So what I'm going to do is grab my bore scope and I want to peer into the cylinders of this thing. I don't know if it's locked up. I have a kickstart. Didn't really get it on there that well. This one does roll over, but again, we need to replace the camshaft. So I don't know. Probably just start ripping the top end off, I guess. Ew.
Careful now, that sissy bar is mint. I cannot believe I had
This one was parked, or did not ever have plugs in it. Now it rolls over nice. I'll probably also inspect that one, do a compression check on it, and we'll just start getting after it. Okay, got my bore scope here. We're going to go ahead and inspect the bores on all of these bikes. So here we go. Now this is actually one of those tools I'm going to have in a upcoming video on some tools that you need that are under a certain amount of money. So this thing is super handy. So another bike we're looking at. Just carbon. And roll her over. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Okay. Just carbon. Yeah. Lots of carbon. Little rust on the top right there. But, I mean, dude.
I could do a lot worse.
Yeah, we can do a lot worse. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. Just this thing has a ton of carbon. Could be valve seals. A little. I don't know. I mean, it was carbon before, so it could be valve seals.
You might have valve seals actually.
I think I do. If you want to go that far,
I don't know
It's
if
up
it
to
carry
you.
that much, but
but I've got some gaskets for this thing. I'm sure getting this thing under load with some decent fuel in it, going up to Quincy, pulling some hills, we'll burn some of that out of there.
I would hope so.
Okay, what does the 360 look like? Identical. Wow.
Wow.
Just has kind of like a glaze on there. A lot of trash. Obviously this thing sat without plugs in it. But we could do a lot worse, as you were saying.
Shoot. Might be the best one yet.
This thing's brand new. Cylinders look good. Go ahead and hit it again. Okay. So the cam is rotating, which is awesome. Okay, let's get these plugs out of here. Ugh. Oh, this plug looks pretty good. Let's see what we're working with. Oh, I bet this thing is just barely seized.
Doesn't look that bad.
I don't know if that's metal or just. What is that?
Kind of looks like shavings.
It does kind of look like shavings. It's a weird shaving.
It's very large.
Oh, that's our seized piston right there. I think we have a decision. A decision has been made. We are going to use that engine over there and use the cam off of this one as intended. So I'm going to get to work on stripping this thing down. Yeah. Ooh, custom wiring.
Oh boy. I sure do love that.
That's probably going to be my case.
Go for it.
Yeah, this guy's lucky. He's got a freaking key and everything. All right, both bikes up on the lift. I'm gonna start pulling the cam cover on this thing, and then we'll turn our attention to the rear one and start pulling that. Well, we got the cam cover off the other engine, and holy crap, this thing is clean. Actually, super clean in there. So, very excited. The cam is in great shape. I'm tempted to use the entire cylinder head cam and cam cover combo, but I don't have a head gasket, so I don't know if it's worth risking. But the issue, obviously this thing's locked up, and I gotta get this cam out. Top cam bolt, totally accessible, but the other one is down here. So, look, I don't want to do this, but we got to do this. So, I can get that in there like that. We'll cut the chain, and we'll be able to free the cam, and then go ahead and swap it in the other engine. So, kind of breaks my heart, but we got to do what we got to do. I was even able to get the cam guides out, or cam chain guides, and these things are in super good shape as well, so this is impressive. Last ran in 1980. But yeah, we gotta do what we gotta do. And it was all yellow.
Should be able to get in here, right? So 55 on this side, you said?
Yeah.
Did you hold the throttle open?
That's more like it. Got 90 on that one.
I bet by the end of the ride, you'll have 120 on both.
That's optimistic, but we can go for it.
That was my mistake. I meant to take the pressure of the tensioner off. That was a goof. Ooh, I just about let the chain drop into the crankcase. Like not even thinking about it. Yeah. Okay, on the left, you can see the grooves right there in the cam chain guide. This is the guide actually out of this engine, whereas this one was out of the parts engine. So it's in a lot better shape. So I'm actually going to install the guide from this one. It's really unfortunate because the other engine was so clean. It would have been nice if it's unseized, but you know, whatever. So we'll get this guide in. I'm getting ready to throw the cam in. I went ahead and chased all the threads right there, cleaned out all the holes, so we should be able to reach proper torque and stuff. So we're getting ready to button this thing up, and then we'll turn my attention to the carbs. And then also you'll notice behind me, the clock has reached the 30s. So 39 hours, 12 minutes. Seth and I realized that we completely forgot to look for coils for any of the bikes. So we bought 4 bikes and we have 0 coils among us. But because the motorcycle community is phenomenal, I already have somebody on the way, my friend James of Slipstream Creations. He is a CB 350 and 360 nut, and he lives probably 20 minutes from me. So it's like 10:30 at night, and he is on his way here to bring us a bunch of coils. So total legend, man. Love it. So we're well on our way. Seth just did a compression check on his bike, as you saw. And then I'm just kind of moseying along on mine, honestly. I don't think I'm working that fast. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the cam in, and then I'll be able to do my compression check. The mission is to beat Seth's numbers by exactly 1 on either side. So
That won't take much.
it won't take much. So anyway, 39 hours, 11 minutes to go.
I feel like such a hack for doing this like that.
I'm so rusty with putting these cams in. What am I doing? All right, new camshaft, is in. New camshaft, take two. New camshaft is in. Engine spins over fine. One thing that just hurts my soul is hearing how much trash is like in the top end. There's a lot of dirt that was falling down in this thing, so it's a little crunchy. But it's very smooth. Anyway, I'm gonna put this thing back on, put the cam cover back on, and then we're gonna do a compression check for this thing. Okay, let's figure out what this thing has for compression. Well, about 110 on that one. Oh yeah. Right at 140. I'll take that. This thing will run. So they look pretty crummy, but not the worst. I'd rather it be kind of like dry and flaky than just completely black, like gummy varnish, as that's the worst to clean. Like this stuff, realistically, should clean up pretty well. The vapor hone, I'm very lucky to have this thing, I know, but the vapor hone should take care of a lot of this, and then the ultrasonic cleaner. Now, floats are definitely stuck, so hopefully we can get them seized or unseized, and then I definitely want to make sure I don't break a float tower. That would suck. So anyway, not too bad. All right, 10 minutes in the ultrasonic. We already have moving floats, so that is a good sign. I'm going to start disassembly.
Now Seth got his carburetors knocked out very quickly and was definitely far ahead of me at this point, but I did have the delay of the camshaft replacement on my engine. So by the time I got to the carburetor disassembly stage, it was already past midnight on Saturday. But we ended up working until 3 a.m. that night before finally calling it a quits and going ahead and camping out in the shop just to save time. It was a long day, but I did feel that we were very productive and set us up for success on the next day. This next morning kind of sucks. I feel very wore out. My shoulders are destroyed. What are you feeling?
I feel reborn like a new man, dude.
These young whippersnappers. Yeah, it is the next morning. It is approximately 7:45 a.m. We were up until 2:45 in the morning working on stuff. Actually, no, it was probably like 3.
It was 100% 3.
It was 3. Yeah. So, made some good progress. He has actually already got his carburetors rebuilt. So, we're going to slap those things on today and we're going to hear these things run. I'm just starting the carburetor rebuild process on mine. But, yeah, I need coffee. He needs coffee. So, I'm going to make some coffee. Other side missions today are going to be source tires, and then if we need an extra tube, that would be good. Friend James came through last night, just awesome, brought us coils and everything because we completely forgot to look for any. So, yeah, definitely going to nap today too. That's going to be a must. 30 hours, 6 minutes, 31 seconds. Getting down to it. Oh, it's already feeling better. All right, well, I got some chain lube on this thing, and I mean, that's actually feeling way better than it was. Doesn't have to last forever, just has to last 100 miles. Or 117 to be exact. But yeah, I didn't know if I should use a Vapo Rust or chain lube. So I went with chain lube. And it's starting to feel better. I know there's definitely at least one tight spot in here, but anyway, one step forward.
Quick update on my dude. Currently have an advanced mechanism that's not coated in a thick layer of rust, so that's nice. And I've got a points cover and points. So now I'm going to get some coils wired up, plug all this in, at some point put a battery in it and hope it doesn't explode, and see how it goes. Got updates, people. I have an ignition and coils, condenser, all wired up and ready to go. Points and advance weights are installed. Carburetors installed. Currently trying to rig up some sort of cable situation from numerous sources, but I think we can make something work.
Bill. That'd be $200.
All right, progress. We have a functioning throttle, which essentially consisted of Frankensteining a bunch of stuff together. These are the original feeds. This is from a random tube we found upstairs that somehow kind of works. Cobbled that together, and now we have throttle action. Got to hook up the other one, get my tank sorted out, and I won't be too terribly far from potentially firing this thing up.
So your battery tray for the 350 does not work on a 360.
Oh.
So thinking the toolbox is held in by two sturdy, nice bolts. So some industrial zip ties hold the battery down there, and I don't know why that wouldn't work.
I mean, that's basically stock, isn't it?
Probably, and then maybe I could do like a mesh of zip ties across it, so if it does get loose, it can't fall out.
You could do some zip tie weaving.
That would be pretty.
Yeah.
A style, you know, there could be style points at the end of this. We don't know.
Ooh, that would definitely rack some points up.
Anyway, I am trying to. I got to get these carbs together. They're just, there's a lot of pieces to them, a lot of different brass pieces, and they're hard to clean. So, final round of cleaning for the brass, and then I'm just going to stab it together, get the carbs on this thing, and I'll turn my attention to the ignition side. So, I think we're doing all right though. So that's definitely whooping my butt. This is looking like a complete bike.
Complete as it can, anyway.
Yeah. So we're about to go. It's 25 hours and 4 minutes right now, so we're almost at our halfway point. So hopefully you guys were tuning in for the live. That will be in 1 hour from now. So talking to the future, but also to the past.
You're basically a wizard.
I am. Now I show a lot of carburetor clips in this video, but if you guys want to see more, I actually have a full playlist dedicated to carburetors that is full of best practices, tips and tricks, that kind of thing. So I highly recommend checking that out if that's something that interests you.
All right, so just a quick update real quick. I got my rear axle out, and the drum is super sticky, so I'm gonna try and pop that out and get things freed up and happy again. It's gonna be fun. I'm really glad I did that. That would have been a bad day. I wouldn't have gone anywhere very quick, that's for sure. I'm gonna try and find some shoes for that. Send this drum out, because it is disgusting. Let's see where I get. Okay, so it took a bit of doing, but I was able to actually utilize my parts bike, so that's fun. Reason being, the rear shoe, as mentioned before, fell apart. So I sourced these, again, making a 2-in-1 kind of thing. Parts bikes are proving their usefulness, so I'm gonna slap this together, get the rear wheel back on, and hopefully almost be in business. Okay, so I goofed. I was getting this advance plate put together, cleaned up for BJ's 360, and I went to put one of these guys on, only to realize that, yeah, snapped off, unfortunately, but no big deal. We have extras, so I can do some swapping around and get a functional unit out of the two.
That's a 48, I think.
So here we are at Mike's house, and this is just another example of how the motorcycle community is the best community, because we needed tires, and of course, being Sunday, there were no shops open. So Mike actually hooked us up with a bunch of used tires or new tires that fit our needs and were perfect for these bikes. So huge shout out to him.
Zip tie right there, good. So thank you to Seth, I have a functioning advance unit. The carburetors are on. We have a working throttle. Doesn't really return, it's a little sticky in the housing. That's something I could always address here in the future. I just started kind of cleaning up some of the wiring, So just moving some stuff up that I'm not going to need, and I'm just going to focus on the ignition and stuff, but the harness itself is not actually cut up, which is cool. So, I need to get some of this stuff kind of tied up. So I'm getting ready to put my points plate on, and then kind of wire in some coils. We still have to figure that out, and then soon enough, I think we can try to put some power on this thing, roll it over, and see if it runs. Hello? Shit. Okay, not to add to the challenges, but I need to mount the coils, and to do that, I need to make a bracket. So I'm gonna cut this piece of angle iron down, drill holes in it at corresponding lengths, and we're gonna make a really basic bracket for this. So we don't need to overthink this.
precision brackets. All right, now it's starting to get silly. We've got 15 hours left. We're both starting to kind of make poor decisions. Seth has been fighting his rear brake this whole time, and the brake rod was out of adjustment, and it's all bent up and stuff, so what just happened?
In an attempt to adjust the adjuster is now broken and can no longer adjust. But
Yeah, it snapped like what, 2 inches off of
Yeah.
it? It needed to go forward.
like a solid amount, you know. But I was needing to run it in. So technically, if I just, you know, throw a nut on there, call it good, that kind of actually worked in my benefit.
It's custom too.
It's very custom.
And speaking of very custom, we have a very custom ignition switch going on right here. So that, let me get the camera up here. That is a leftover Honda like Rebel ignition switch, and I had to repair some wiring in it. Half the mount is broke off. So we've got new wiring. I'm gonna hot wire the taillight on this thing, and then it's just a single screw onto some really loose bracket. So custom. Yeah. He's rummaging around there. This might be my finest work yet. Okay. So we've got our custom ignition switch. Okay. Should be 4 wires, but I went ahead and soldered 2 in the place of 1, so we bypassed an entire circuit, and we just have a green, a yellow with green stripe because that was 16 gauge is what I had. That is our main power in from the battery. It is fused, and then black is our main power out to the ignition side of the circuit, and then brown is just straight to taillight. So 3 wires into the factory harness, okay, and then Seth and I are thinking this thing might have had a fairing on it, hence the weird brackets up here. And the fact that this harness has like a weird offshoot to it, I haven't seen one like this yet. So anyway, went ahead and tapped into it, found the circuits I needed. So you can see here are black. So that is this is the bar control up here, so the right bar control. So this is power in to the bar control, and that is just on the ignition side. And then next to it is our black with white stripes, so that is ignition power out. So that goes back into the harness and comes out, buried right now, comes out right there, and that is our coil power. And then I have flipped a coil on the other side so the leads were long enough, but we've got those plugged in, points are plugged in. I have to put a plug cap on that side and hook a battery in this thing, and hopefully we get fire and taillight.
All right, big moment of truth. We're gonna hook. Sorry. Leave it up and see where magic smoke comes from. So far, nothing.
These things are so nice.
I like that.
It's a quick way to just convert to a modern fuse.
Yeah, that's
I got them on the website too.
Okay, take 2. Hey!
Ooh, we got a neutral light. I think your bulb shattered, isn't it?
Tail? No, it's intact.
And back here is a little
And there's all sorts of stuff disconnected in the bucket area.
countrified. Yeah, you don't really have a kill switch, do you?
Key.
Is that how you wired it?
I didn't wire anything.
You got a neutral light. I mean, it's got power. There's no smoke.
That's nice.
That's a win. Okay, so this thing is wired. There's no kill switch. It's just straight key, and realistically, there's only ignition on this thing. So, like my bike, it'll be very, very minimal. So, we can test for spark. All right, key on. I'm not really seeing any. So these little guys are dental strips. I was at the dentist getting a crown. And these things are abrasive on one side, and they were like filing my teeth. And I'm like, oh, I need that for filing points. So there you go. Sorry. Fold her in half, and then you got a nice file that's on two sides. You can take these with you, cheap. Go for it. Sure. Key on.
Hey,
Oh, you got sparks?
I got a spark.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Sparky sparks.
spark on 2 cylinders. What do you think, Seth? Shall we take this thing off of the lift?
I think we shall.
Okay. All right, we'll hit it with some starting fluid and see if it pops off real quick. We are at the 14-hour and 5-minute mark. Okay. I just hooked up the battery terminals. I went ahead and converted to a blade style fuse. So the other ones, they were already blown. So I have not hit the key yet. Let's see what it do. Neutral light. I don't know if the tail light's gonna work. Nothing?
Nada.
Well, I very likely have that circuit unplugged from where the bucket was, so I haven't really looked at it, to be honest. But we have a neutral light, there's no smoke, so I'm gonna put a plug cap on this thing and we're gonna check for a spark. Ooh, there's lightning out there. That's gonna be how much spark I have.
Whoa.
Bold claims. All right, you watch that one. Watch this one. Oh, wait. I know those points, you can tell, are so dirty, so I'm just gonna file them real quick.
Yeah, they need it.
Yeah. Double check my work here. Need to check for, I haven't actually checked for power anywhere, so that should be step 1. 8.9. So I don't know if this battery is charged yet. It said it's fully charged.
It didn't even call for charging it either.
9.4, 9.42, 43, 44. So it was like it had some kind of drain in it. Okay.
Ready?
So, hot. You do the honors. Wow.
It's gonna be ear piercing.
It's got so much crap that must come out of the exhaust already. Just ignite it a little bit.
Oh, something there.
I think it might be out of time too. All right, well, hooked a battery on mine that, I don't know if the one we got is just bad or something, but it's only put on 9 volts. Just hooked 12 volts to it. We got spark on both cylinders, so I'm gonna go for it. These plugs are nasty. There is a storm brewing. Come on, wrench my chance. It's now a race. First time this thing's had plugs in it in decades. Here we go. Fire in the hole. Fire. At this point, it likely seems like a race to see who can get their bikes going first, but ultimately Seth and I were getting pretty discouraged. It was past 2 a.m. and we couldn't get these bikes to start. They were really fighting us and it was very obvious that the timing was off, but everything that we had in front of us said that we were right. Eventually Seth and I were able to put our heads together and figure out the problem and get one of these bikes lit off, being the CB360, which I didn't catch on film, but you can at least hear it run now, and that changed the attitude completely. Okay, it is 2:56 in the morning. We have 11 hours and 3 minutes to go. We just got my bike going. I can see the fuel's leaking right now, so that's cool. It's running, and then it just started running on one cylinder. My suspicion is that the muffler just got completely clogged because it's not even drawing air in. And I have a feeling if it was a stuck valve, it would be making a lot more noise or something. And it had good compression before, so I'm going to pull the muffler off, figure out what the problems were. Seth, we've got his to kick over for like just a second. And so he's getting ready to do it again. You ready? It's recording. All right. What happens? That is obnoxious. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love it. It's awesome. Oh my God. Ta-da. It lives. It sounds meaty as hell.
She's throaty, dude.
Luckily, we have the storm working to our favor right now. Like, people might confuse it for lightning or something. It is loud.
Awesome.
Oh my God. Okay, we gotta
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You can hear us in the next county.
It's 3 a.m. right now. I got a coffee to roll around any second. Okay. I'm gonna keep working. I can't see through it. It should still have enough fuel in the bowl, so at least fire. So it was pushing air out. Just didn't feel like it was drawing air in. That pipe just got warmer.
Okay.
There's so much junk in that. Okay.
It's trying.
Okay. You just gotta give it time. Hell yeah. Okay. We can work with that.
Yeah.
So getting both bikes up and running was an incredible feeling, but we still had a deadline to meet, and it was pushing 4 a.m. at this point, so we needed to get these tires done. So turning our attention to that, we decided to tag team them because it was such a physically exhausting job. And I know after this, Seth was laying on the concrete floor for a few minutes, and I found myself wandering around the shop trying to remember what I was even doing. So the exhaustion was real. We'd been awake for over 20 hours, and this was definitely one of the more challenging aspects of the entire experience.
We has a plan.
Terrible plan, but it is a plan.
I mean, at this point, everything is terrible. Exhaust. While we're exhausted, chopping up a CD750 pipe to create a merge and some kind of baffled turn down, which will help so much. So, yeah. It's gonna be some of my finest work. I'm saying this is going swimmingly, actually.
Yeah. Gotta get cool points.
You know, I don't hate it. She's mint. You know, mint chocolate chip ice cream sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
I could 100% go for that.
I can almost taste it. What's going on?
Timing's a little off.
own power though. Alright, I've got my custom gas tank mount, and we've got some fuel lines and filters and stuff going on. Let's put some fuel in it. Ugh, this is heavy. It's like yours. It's gonna seep for a minute. Brand new too. Might be a reason they took it off. No way. How's your ride? It was okay. Started feeling like it was missing on the left. The seat was actually pretty comfortable.
When it's on the bike.
Oh, got it. Okay. That's getting a ratchet strap. With our only test drive being a lap around the building, we decided we simply just had to go for it, so with 3 hours on the clock, we hit the road.
I, Dr. Emmett Brown, am about to embark on an historic journey.
Okay, well, we are about to embark. This is dumb. Brake works. Really not sure what that is doing there. This is literally like the longest test ride already. Well, I've got a an RPM here where it's got kind of the right cylinder firing, but otherwise not going so good. Seth just gave me like the good to go sign. So apparently his is going good. But you know, we're still moving. We're still going. How many miles have we gone, Seth?
10?
Yeah, maybe like 6, 5.
I was trying to be optimistic.
Yeah.
Rounding up.
That's why we need that Rotella sponsorship.
No kidding.
These things love the Rotella. Yeah, we definitely did. We did a lot to get these to this point. And we only had so much time. Like, I've been up for over 27 hours. We're doing the best we can. And we're out here. These bikes were left for dead a number of hours ago. Just ridiculous. The only place it goes is out. I haven't even tried tightening it with a screwdriver, but I don't know if it's even possible. I mean, worst case, maybe I put like an O-ring in there and just to seal it so it just flows fuel.
That might do it.
Do we have any O-rings?
I don't think so.
So that's got some in it now. Like, it just fizzled out like it was out of gas, so. What's going on here? Let's keep going. I feel like it's just a fuel starvation issue. This damn petcock, something so simple. That's the newest part on this bike. This is a very comfortable RPM. If I touch the throttle in any way, forward or back, it will fall on its face. We will just cruise at this speed. We're riding these things, man. Like, we are riding. We're not gonna make it 100 miles. I mean, we don't have enough time in the day. But that doesn't matter. Ah, I lost it. I moved the throttle. Pushing this thing.
Now, of course, nobody wants to have to push their motorcycle, but all things considered, this thing was doing fantastic for being in a junkyard less than 48 hours ago. Now, Seth's bike seemed like it was doing pretty good, and it was handling the journey overall just pretty well. But my bike, on the other hand, was having so many issues in the fuel department, both leaking and not getting adequate fuel flow to the carbs, that we just couldn't maintain the right speeds to be on bigger roads to make our ultimate goal. So what we did is we kept adapting, staying on smaller roads, and watching the clock, because our goal is still to go get ice cream on these things, and come hell or high water, we're going to make that happen.
Well, this thing's pretty much just a thumper. tired of trying to get it to run on two, so we're just gonna beat on it on one cylinder. Yeah, I just kind of realized the speedometer works. Tach's kind of working. You hear it come alive? Yeah. I'm like almost falling asleep and it's just like, I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, that was like great power.
I saw you just zip out. I was like, whoa.
Okay, new development. I was just running this thing, about falling asleep because it's only firing on one cylinder, and all of a sudden, it's just like, bop, right cylinder enters the chat. And it had all kinds of power, so I just went ahead and changed the plug. Let's see if that does anything. So far it's worse. Assume that the new part is the good part. Boy. Okay, this environmentally friendly bike. The newest thing on here is this petcock. It's like brand new and it just will not stop leaking. And we have tried everything. I just shoved like cardboard in there and we've been zip tying and bypassing it completely, and it's just rolling fuel. So that is not cool. But Seth came up with the vice grip fix. So, yeah. Ugh. Come on! We're going 50. Holding up traffic. I was just letting those cars by. We were on flat ground. It was like, like I don't know if it was gonna try to seize up on me.
Really?
Yeah. It loves idling, like that's both cylinders, but it will not pick up on the right. Well, on idle, it's on the pilot circuit.
Yeah.
And then anything above that, when I get into like anything higher, it's like there's no fuel, I guess. So
We could pump the cars off.
I don't really feel like it.
No?
No. Oh. Okay, I think we figured it out. Just riding it. It seems like whenever you hammer the throttle, it's always there. Whenever you create that instant vacuum. So putting my finger in here after removing the filter, there's really no resistance on that slide. So it should move, but it doesn't feel like it's pushing air, so to speak, like there's a some kind of seal. Whereas on this side, it does. So revving the bike up, this one's fluttering like it should, but the other side is not. So it's got to be a bad diaphragm, which has caused all of this. But man, it was like a good diaphragm for a half a second.
Yeah.
This thing,
It took off like a rocket.
it felt like a rocket. Otherwise, 45 miles an hour is like all we got. So
This thing's a little red rocket, I'll tell you what.
this is a little red rocket. This thing's sweet. I love it. I'm gonna buy you a fuel cap. All right, off to Dairy Queen. After 48 hours of hard work, minimal sleep, emotional highs and lows, and a case of Dr. Pepper, we rode our crusty motorcycles to go get ice cream. We had just 4 minutes and 27 seconds left on the clock before our time ran out, but we made it. Sure, we didn't make it the full 100 miles, but we did make it over 40, and that's pretty damn good. These motorcycles were mere scrap just days before, but with a crazy idea and teamwork, we were able to bring 2 bikes back from the dead to live another day. We absolutely could not have done this without the motorcycle community rallying behind us. James with bringing coils, Mike with providing tires, Dan with bringing us batteries, all of you awesome followers cheering us on via Instagram Live.
What have we done?
And of course, our significant others, Grace and Sabrina, for helping coordinate, film, feed us, and keep us motivated. This was such a cool experience as it was extremely hard, but even more rewarding. We didn't make show bikes, but that wasn't the goal. The goal was to have fun, challenge ourselves, and motivate others to get out there and have an adventure. To quote automotive journalist David Freiberger, don't get it right, just get it running. I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell us what challenge we should do next, right now. We did it.